Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Anna really wanted me to watch that story, so I definitely did. That's adorable. All right, let's go ahead and pivot to weather where things are looking pretty good out there. No clouds up in the sky. Of course, that's the way it's been pretty much for the past week. Already getting very warm this midday over on the east side. 83 degrees in Chiloquin, or near Chiloquin, I should say, from the Kamoya Casino. Visibility is still a bit of an issue down in Brookings, where we're continuing to see the marine layer kind of waver along the southern Oregon coastline. So every time it comes ashore, that's when the visibility drops a little bit. So we've seen that happen just over the past 30 minutes. But inland, things are looking a-okay, at least visibility-wise. Temperature-wise, they're starting to get pretty balmy already. 80s over on the east side, mid-80s for the west side valleys, and of course much, much cooler there along the coast because of the marine layer. Things are sitting at 54 degrees in Brookings. It's going to be a lot warmer than 54 degrees a little bit later in the day. We have this heat advisory that is in place, heat advisories, I should say, plural, in place for the west side valleys of southern Oregon and northern California, and for the Great and Klamath Basins. These run until 8 p.m. this evening. As highs in the west side valleys could be pushing 100 degrees. Over on the east side, they'll be in the mid-90s. So the messaging continues to remain the same. Try not to exert too much energy outside today. If you can, at all costs, try to stay inside, try to stay in a climate-controlled environment. But if you can't avoid that, please drink plenty of water and continue to stay hydrated throughout the course of the day. So that's threat number one. Threat number two is the increased threat for wildfire starts. Now, we don't have a red flag warning in place, no fire weather watch, but the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, they issue these nationwide outlooks, and they have highlighted this area within the Newswatch 12 viewing area: eastern Siskiyou County, eastern Klamath County, and pretty much all of Lake County. And it's for two main reasons. Number one, the winds, they're going to be pretty blustery today, gusting out of the southwest up to 35 miles per hour. Reason number two, relative humidity values are going to be very, very low. So that is just a scientific way of saying it's going to be very dry out there. So windy, dry, and warm. Of course, that is a terrible combination for fire danger, so please exercise extreme caution when it comes to fire safety. So for today, we've already kind of touched on it. Hot and windy over on the east side. That's why we have an elevated fire risk. In our west side valleys, even hotter. That's why we have a heat advisory in place. And then if you want to seek refuge from all of that, go to the coast, where it's going to be much cooler today with temperatures in the 60s, plenty of cloud coverage because of the marine layer. And then overnight, we'll continue to see fog there along the coast because of the marine layer. Will be a little bit cooler there. And then inland temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s, at least over on the east side. Another mild nights in store for the west side valleys, where temperatures will be in the mid 50s. Thankfully, we do cool off by about 10 degrees into Tuesday. And we will continue to be just as warm really throughout the rest of the week, keeping things pretty dry. And it does look like we have some rain chances that are going to return this weekend. And not only is that, of course, good news for fire danger, but also that helps to drop our temperatures just a little bit. So that's a twofer. That is also good news when it comes to fire danger and when it comes to the drought. Here is your 7-day forecast. Along the coast, the marine layer will start to break down by the middle of the week, and we'll have temperatures returning to the 70s in Brookings. For Siskiyou County, we've already kind of touched on that big drop-off in temperatures between today and tomorrow, and it does look like we'll have an additional drop-off in temperatures over the weekend, again, with that increased risk for showers and thunderstorms. Now, I did mention that the rain chances would be good for fire danger. That is true, but the lightning that could come with it, of course, that is definitely not the case. The Stormwatch 12 weather team will be watching that very, very closely. That applies directly to the east side. The mountains will have a very pleasant week, especially once we cool off into tomorrow. The afternoons will be warm. The mornings will be very cool, very comfortable. And then for the Rogue Valley, also dropping things off by about 10 degrees into Tuesday, getting even cooler over the weekend.
Okay, we will definitely take it and definitely take the chance for showers, some sort of precipitation at all. This week, after the temperatures we had this past weekend, gonna be good.
And I'm starting to lose track of when's the last time we had rain. I know I should probably know that, but can you think of it?
Not
exactly.
last week.
That's
not last week.
the problem.
No,
that's
yeah,
the issue.
definitely not good. Okay, thanks, Josh.
Of course.